So I wasn't really sure if I actually really wanted to make this video or not, but after a couple of videos that I saw that came out recently about some people that actually had genuine criticisms about Merc Music slash Eric, if you want to call him by his real name all you want, I felt like I felt like I needed to talk about it because this is a YouTuber that I've been watching for a couple years now, and I've enjoyed his content over the course of the last couple of years that I've been watching it, probably about like 3 to 4 years. The first ever video that I saw on his channel was the quad feed with every gun on MW3, and then it just got to a point where he started getting into a relationship with his now fiance Karina, um, and all this other fucking bullshit started happening, and then some of the videos started to really, not really, have that impact that I had when I was watching them like years back, or even like a year previous. It just didn't really feel the same. It almost feels like now his videos feel really forced. But for those of you who don't know the drama or the situation that's happening currently right now with Merc Music, basically about like 5 months ago on his channel he uploaded a video called "Meet My Girlfriend Karina," and Karina is this girl that he met online. She sent him a Snapchat message. They started talking to each other for like a while, and then eventually it got to a point where they started speaking to each other over the course of a couple months, about like 3 to 4 at the most. And then he finally decided to go ahead and meet up with her in real life. And as soon as he did, he actually proposed to her on the first day that they ever meet each other. And for some reason, I have this image in my head that as soon as he got off the plane and saw her, he got down on his knee and proposed to her, which I wouldn't be surprised if that was the fucking case. But that's basically what happened. And I remember seeing Keemstar's drama alert video saying that Merc Music proposed and now he's engaged. And part of me was really happy because this was a YouTuber that I really enjoyed and and who I support. And the other half was like really confused. The other half was really confused because it just didn't make any sense to me. It didn't make any sense to me how he could just straight up propose to her on the first time that they ever meet each other. So the controversy really started happening as soon as he made a video called "The Future" on his channel. It was like a week after he had made the first video about his fiance, his girlfriend, and that's when the controversy kind of really started to kind of take place. And he started getting a lot more dislikes on his videos. Now, dislikes don't really mean anything on YouTube, neither do likes. But the more likes you get, you're gonna get more favoritism from YouTube, and they're gonna want to put you in more people's, recommended feeds and stuff like that. They're gonna want to put you on the top of the search results for whatever you have in your tags or titles or whatever, right? So he started getting more dislikes, and the thing that I noticed was the dislikes that he got a lot on his videos were the ones with Karina in it. And over the course of the next like 5 months or so, something didn't feel right. Something didn't feel right about watching his channel. And even now, currently, his most disliked video on his channel, I'm pretty 100% certain, is the one where he did the Exo Clown makeup challenge. It has almost 20,000 dislikes. It has almost as much dislikes as it does likes, which I don't know if that's simply because of the fact of the context of the video and what they were doing, or if it was simply because something was off about Merc Music in the video, or it was just maybe he was his fiance. I don't know. Now, on Twitter, he started kind of attacking, not really attacking, but he started trying to defend himself against another YouTuber on the website called 8 Thoughts. And I knew about 8 Thoughts for a while. I always kind of just assumed he was like this big troll who really wasn't really all that. I just assumed that he was just this big troll who made videos to, get more subscribers, basically, and get more publicity. But it's basically YouTube in a nutshell in 2018. So that doesn't really, that doesn't really matter in regard to the context of when I first found his channel like 2 years ago. I don't even remember when I first found his channel, but he made a couple of tweets regarding the fact that he tweeted out basically saying that if any of his fans ever meet him in public, acknowledge Soda Pop Candy, which is Karina, his fiance, because he says it's really rude and pretty shitty that they ignore her but are talking to him, and he wants them to talk and interact with her. But when I first saw it and I read it, the immediate first thing that I thought of was, well, if they meet up in public and they find you and they're a fan of you, Eric Merc Music, they're there to talk to you. They're there to interact with you because they are a fan of you and your channel. If they are a fan of Soda Pop Candy, Karina, then of course they're gonna go ahead and talk to her. But if they kind of just don't really, care and don't really like watch her stuff, or don't even really, I guess like her, quote unquote, but don't hate her either. They're kind of just indifferent about her. They're not gonna really talk to her. If they can be nice enough and say hello, but they're not really gonna, do anything. They're there to talk and speak with you. That's the reason why they found you and they met up with you in person. It's because they are a fan of you and your content. And then A Thoughts, he started making a whole bunch of videos about Eric and kind of what happened with the relationship and how he kind of just pretty much disagrees with it. And there were a couple times where he was like, oh, I don't want to make videos on Eric and Karina anymore, and I'm gonna stop, and then he continues to make them. Merc Music even left a comment on one of his videos, and pretty much in summary, it was basically just him saying that 8 Thoughts manipulates big YouTube channels like Ali and Ninja, for attention on YouTube, for views on YouTube, to basically get that ad revenue and money and shit. But 8 Thoughts has said a couple of times that it doesn't even matter because sometimes his videos get demonetized, so he's not even really making that much on ad revenue anyways. He's making actually really low money in terms of ad revenue, so that factor doesn't even really even come into play because he's just making videos just to make videos, and he's just kind of there to be a troll, and that's kind of just how I see it as. But it kind of honestly pissed me off, the fact that he tried to threaten 8 Thoughts, and he on Twitter he tagged 8 Thoughts and Ali and Ninja, and he was trying to get Ninja and Ali to basically notice, like, oh yeah, 8 Thoughts is making all these videos on you, they're talking trash, and he's talking trash, and you should probably do something about it. He's extorting your name for views, and that's wrong. That's kind of just YouTube nowadays, and I guess it's just whatever. I don't really know what I'm really talking about. I'm kind of just like frustrated because, like I said in the beginning, I was a fan of his channel. I liked his videos, and I just really didn't really get it. I don't understand what happened. I'm just frustrated as a fan, as a subscriber, that he's acting out like this, and he's not acting professional. He's not just ignoring 8 Thoughts. He keeps relentlessly attacking him and keeps talking to him when all he could do is just simply block him. Which, and speaking of blocking 8 Thoughts, which he probably should have done in the first place, anybody who simply disagrees with him, like even like on the smallest of things, it almost feels like, right? But mainly about the situation with him and his marriage and his relationship, and how he shouldn't have jumped the gun like the way he did. And even if you just like have a slight disagreement with it, he'll block you. And so will Soda Pop Candy, Karina. They will both block you without any hesitation whatsoever. There are a couple of people who have made videos about the situation, and they are blocked. And that's the main reason why I refuse to really reply to anything to him on Twitter. If he actually does end up seeing this, he might even block me on Twitter anyways, because my Twitter will be in the description, and he'll fucking check that. If he's really just like that into it, I guess. But it's just irritating. It's irritating because then he comes out with a video. It came out like a week ago, literally like 1 week ago. And at the end of the video, he points out and tries to refute some stuff that people have been speaking out about. And basically people have been saying that it almost feels like he's, it's forced. Like whatever video that he's doing, it feels forced. And to me, as a fan, I'm going to be honest, it does feel forced. It feels forced. Whatever you're doing inside of the video, it feels like you don't actually want to be there. It feels like you're just, tired, and you're pissed off, you're angry, and You want to be doing something else, but of course, because you have this subscriber base, and because you have these people who do enjoy your videos and want to continue watching the videos, you make the videos for them, but overall you're just sick and tired of all the hate that's been coming at you with the relationship problems that people have disagreed and giving you, respectable criticisms about. You have been so sick and tired of this for so long that you made a video like 2 months ago saying you were taking a break, and you said it was going to be like a week, 2 weeks long, and you were gone for like a month. That's how pissed off you were about it. That's how pissed off it seemed you were about it. You were so mad about people disagreeing with your relationship and giving you, genuine criticisms, and they're not being like a troll or a hater or anything, that you straight up want to just go ahead and block them and ignore them completely. You're completely dodging people's criticisms. You're just ignoring it. You're trapping yourself in this shell to the point where you and your girlfriend or your fiance are by yourselves trying to defend yourselves. And good for you, you have friends who are there, and they're trying to help out as best as they can. But what are you gonna do whenever they have a disagreement about your relationship, about your marriage? Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna not be their friend anymore? Are you gonna block them on Twitter? Are you gonna tell your fans to go fucking hate on them? I doubt you'll do the last one, because you don't really seem the type of person to do that. But the fact that you took the month-long break like that, and you're just so done with this situation that you're blocking people on Twitter for just having the smallest of disagreements with this. People are disagreeing with your marriage and your relationship, that you'll block them. Over the course of the last 30 days, you've lost almost 10,000 subscribers. People are clearly frustrated with what you're doing and what you're saying and how you're acting in your videos. I can't watch your videos anymore. I honestly can't. I tried with the World War II video about the riot shield. I honestly tried watching the full almost 6 minutes, and I couldn't do it. Nothing made me laugh. It wasn't funny. I didn't enjoy it. And that frustrates me as a fan, because I subscribed to you because I liked your videos. I liked the editing style that you had, and now you have, other people doing it. And it's not the same. The reason why I like YouTubers who edit their own shit is because it actually shows that they fucking care about making videos. They care about interacting with their fans. And then when you have someone else do it entirely, it almost just shows that, A, you either don't have enough time and you're having other people edit your videos for you, and which is completely fine, and I understand that, or you're just really lazy and you don't want to look at your comments anymore. You don't even want to look at your fucking comments anymore. On most of your fucking videos recently, you've been disabling comments, or you've put them on pending, and you're hiding all the negative comments. You're deleting all the negative comments, and you're only putting in the positive comments. You're putting in the positive comments about either the video or about how people agree with your situation and your relationship. You're completely ignoring criticism altogether. The reason why I disagree with this whole relationship between you and Karina is because this isn't how, long distance relationships should ever work. You don't talk to someone, through the internet for a couple months, right? Like give it a couple months, like how you did it at first, like about 3 to 4, which is perfectly fine. And by then, you've learned, a lot about each other, or enough about each other where you feel like you want to meet them in real life. And because you can't do that, you went out and you flew out to go see her. And then you immediately proposed. That's what went wrong. You shouldn't have immediately proposed like the first day or the first day after you had met her. That's not how relationships work, because not only do you immediately propose to her, soon after she moves in with you. And I just think that's really dumb. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude or anything. I'm not trying to be, mean or rude whatsoever. I'm just giving you my criticisms. That's really dumb, because you don't truly know how someone lives, or how they interact by themselves at home, or how they act between other people in person, just by talking to them on the internet. Who knows what type of person she would have actually been, like, I'm not saying she could have been a catfish. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But you don't know how she could have actually acted if she did the thing that she did, which is move in immediately after agreeing to marry you, which she did. You know, I'm sure she's a lovely girl. You know, I don't have any problems with her. She seems like a lovely lady. She seems, you know, she looks very pretty. She seems very nice. You know, and she doesn't deserve the hate. She really doesn't. She doesn't deserve any of the hate that she gets, because I do see some of the hate that she does get, some of the tweets. She gets so much hate that there were a couple of times where she even privated her own Twitter. She privated her own Twitter because she's tired of death threats, you know, people, you know, memeing and trolling with her. People just being flat out fucking rude. You know, people are being flat out fucking rude, like I said, with the death threats and shit. People are just, you know, straight up calling her a fucking gold digger. I'm not saying she's a gold digger, but I'm not gonna lie, it almost kind of seems like she is just kind of with you because you have 4 million subscribers and you get a lot of views and you make a lot of money off of YouTube. Whether or not those videos get demonetized or not is not to my knowledge whatsoever, but you know, it almost just kind of seems that way at first glance. You know, she meets you for the first time, you only talk to her for a couple months, instant fucking marriage, instant proposal. That's not how relationships work. If you want to know how relationships like actually truly work, you know, go and watch 8 Thoughts. He actually made a video about his relationship with his wife and how many years it actually took for them to finally get married. You know, it took them years before he actually decided to propose. Like many, many years, almost a decade. And you only talk to her for a couple months, you finally meet her in person for a day, and then it's an instant proposal. You didn't even know her for half a year, it seemed like. You didn't even know her for a year. You just talked to her for like 3 to 6 months, tops. And then you just decided to propose. That's not how relationships work, especially those that start off long distance. I'm giving you genuine criticisms, Eric. I'm not trying to be mean. I fucking love you and your channel. I'm a supporter. I was a supporter. And now I just can't stand the videos anymore. They don't feel genuine. They feel fake. It feels like you're giving off a persona. You know, you're not feeling like your actual self. You're not feeling like an actual person anymore. And that upsets me. I just can't stand watching your videos anymore. At this point, I'm about to unsubscribe myself because I don't enjoy the content anymore. And at this point, I don't want to see any more of this fucking drama. I really don't. It's irritating to fucking see. And that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say. This is just going to be pretty much little to none editing. I'm going to have, you know, some gameplay in the background maybe. Kind of just maybe some still images. I rambled, you know, I pretty much just gave my criticisms and my opinions about the situation. And this video is probably about to be like 20 minutes long, which I don't fucking care. It can be as long as it fucking wants to. I just wanted to talk about the situation and how I think Eric, aka M3RKMUSiC, should have preceded the fucking relationship. Because not only did he immediately propose to her first time they ever meet in person, but he didn't even give his subscribers and his fans time to, you know, adjust to her being in videos. Because not only does it seem like he's changing because of her, or he's acting different because of her, but it almost feels like he's forcing his subscribers to like her, which is not what we want. If you had given it like a couple months, you know, more, maybe about a year, then yeah, things would have been different. It would have been fine. And if you proposed like another like 2 years after, it would have worked. You would have been fine. You wouldn't have this hate. But you decided to do it differently. Regardless, I can't tell you how to live your life. You're going to live your life however the fuck you want to live your life. I can't tell you to do this or do that. You're your own individual. We live in the United States. You live in Florida. You know, freedom of speech. Everyone is free to do almost whatever they want to do. That's in terms of within the laws of the United States. So I can't tell you how to live your life. I really can't. All I can do is just simply disagree with how you run your relationship or how you went into the relationship and then how you acted afterwards. It's just, it almost seems very childish of you. So, yeah. That's all I really have to say. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video here. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and if you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button for more videos just like this. I have a couple of other videos that I want to make, but normal videos that I've been, been doing over the course of over the past year and a half or so. Those will be normal videos as usual, but I have a couple of other videos ideas that I have been meaning to get around to, but haven't been doing. So I'll try to get those videos as soon as possible. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'm out. Peace.